overloaded. That's weird. Uh, uh, Hello everyone, Imeji here. Today we'll be playing PB's horror fear test. Which case, like, where you take a horror fear test made by PB, where you where they will ask like questions based on your daily life and personality, and that's basically about it. And like a true testament, we might only take the test once or twice, and that's about it. I'm not sure how many results are there, but just to make this things interesting at least. So, without further ado, let's just start. I've also like showcased like the other endings as well of like one of the randomized bad endings in Villain's Maid at least. Also, as to why I cropped it like this, well, the rest of the game anyway is like black borders, and while I did left like a little bit of sliver of like a black border and like and I didn't go for 256. It was 255 crop, so I just to make it fit. Oh, you're here. I see you're already sitting down. I mean, I'm sitting down right now. Sitting down on my bed. On my chaotic bed. PB Gerd Chip, and I will be carrying out your assessment test. Make sure you are into it. This test is really simple. There are many yes or no questions. So some would be rathers, some pictures. Okay. Once you answer all the questions, I'll determine what you're afraid of. So one thing to know, like, do you trust PB? That's like, so that's like, like the other thing I forgot to mention. Alright. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. What if I lie in my answers? Well, that could be a problem. I'm required to ask you to answer all the questions with honesty. Then again, everything you say will be accounted for you or in your results. Okay. Well then, first up, may I ask your name? Do I type? Okay. I thought we're not typing already. Sure. I don't want to lie my fucking name. So here you go. Hello, Reggie. It's nice to meet you. I mean, I could also be miscoloration, so. Then, now I need to ask a few more questions before we properly start. I think that's what it means. May I know how old you are? Can I type this? I'm not disclosing my information. I'm just gonna say I'm 20 months, okay? Triple nuts. Triple nuts. Understood. Say, are you easily scared? I'm not. That's good to know. Now that we've got the basic information figured out, let's begin the fear assessment test. Get comfortable and drink a nice and warm cup of hot chocolate. After all, I'll be asking a lot of questions to understand you. Before we start, anything you want to say? Got it. Oh, you can. Well, I can go back now. Let's begin. You consider yourself a night owl? Uh, yes. Understood. You try to be a good person. No, I want to be a man. Let's answer this honestly. I don't know. I mean, if we call that all comes to like kindness and control and things. So yes, I do. Moving on to the next question: are an optimist or a pessimist? I prefer to see things objectively. Do you have any pets? They're technically not mine, but yes. I understand. Are kind to others. Uh, Depends on who others refers to. Okay. How about your friends? I don't have friends. Of course, I'm kind to my friends. All right. Are prepared for when things may go wrong. Sure, I welcome the unexpected. Are you willing to be open with a stranger? I'd rather not say. Because I'm a stranger. Don't worry. Whatever you share here, whatever you share with, stay between us two. So if you desire to share this with anyone, that is up to you. Do you try to act grateful when receiving a gift you don't like? Uh, Start off. I'm going to be actually honest. Start off, I take the gift and try to be polite, but I don't know if I'd be able to hide that and I don't like it. I'm going to be honest in that. That's most of the time. Like, yeah, that's a true thing. Uh, Unfortunately, that's going to be the case. I mean, this happens now many times. When you defend a friend when they're in trouble, even if they did something you qualify as bad. Uh, this is hard. I want to be there for them, but if they did something awful, I don't think I'll be able to. I'd be able to. These are the only two things I would be honest in at this point. This is like going to be the thing. Depending. Depending on what kind of awful anyway. In that context, it's like very wide. Like if it's something like pushing away or something, then that would be the case. Like okay, but if it's something like controversies and things, that would be a whole different topic. Do you watch really long video essays? Rarely. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when I'm bored or need something in the background, that's basically most of the time. I see. Do you like bugs? Depends on the bug, I guess. Alright. How about a bee? I try not to bother them, but they're fine, I guess. That's wise. It's best to let them be. Please, I just played ISAT. I just played ISAT. You like puzzles, games, riddles, and finding hidden messages. Uh, Not gonna lie, I love all of those. Me too. I'm wondering if I'll hide any secret messages. Yes. Honestly, I do enjoy finding secret messages. Encrypted messages and ARGs. Well, funny enough, I really watched a while ago with someone else. I think they're fun. It's my first time really watching ARG. To be honest, I rarely touch grass and beyond grass. That's all I could say. At this point, would you ever go to a Halloween party in which you don't know anyone? I rather stay home and watch a horror movie. Are you able to tell apart your neighbors apart from strangers? Uh, no. Do you not talk to them often? I don't care enough to. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't care to know about you. uh, I'm bad with faces. I'm going to be honest. Oh, I see. Do you get covered though by the mention of demons? Mm, no. I'm a Devil May Cry fan. How about demonic numbers like 666, 4, or the time 333? Do those numbers unsettle you? Uh, do you dislike it when your friends are doing something without you? Uh, let us let you know I have. No. Uh, I guess I would say maybe these are the only two answers I could think of in honesty. Maybe our schedules didn't match, unfortunately, but I also like both answers. This is a hard one. I wish there's like a flip option that's combined with this. But I will just go with this one. But what if they did match? They simply didn't let you know. They'd be doing something you probably want to be a part of. How would you make that feel? How would that make you feel? Maybe it would be my fault. That was to that was to ever happen. Maybe I did something wrong. I'd be fine. Do you want the people who do you want the people who know you to think very highly of you? Uh, I just want my friends to like me. That's enough for me. I think the same. How open are you to the idea of ghosts or monsters being real? I'm open to anything, but human perception isn't the best, and so I'm somewhat skeptical. So I am a I'm going to either this or this because I'm in between. I would just say one of these things. So, have you been honest with me? Will you be honest with me? Yes, I have, and I will. I have been, and I will. And honestly, I like choosing the funny option. Are there doors to your house, loves? I'd rather say yes. Or I'd rather not say. Oh, that's okay. Do you think deeply about various things in your life? Uh, mm, I'm recording right now. Is it again? You think deeply about various things in your life? God. Of course I do. I think this most of the time, like basically real life. My thoughts are always wondering. Do you think basements are safe places? Basement is a hard one. No, I no I either. Um, I could say yes to be honest on this. It's hard to say because there's no in between. Why? Uh, they're good for keeping things in there, I guess. They just are. Okay. Are movies capable of making you cry? Mm, well, there are many ways of what you can define as like can make you cry if it's so bad and like something like the Debo movie. I say for the most part, no. If you join a conversation with a group of people you don't know. This is a hard one. Yes, if I try to get know people or I want to share my opinion, I don't see the issue in joining. I don't know. I feel like I'm interacting. I don't think I can do that. These are the only two options that I do. Okay, you trust your own memories. It this is a 50-50 one. No either as well on this. So sometimes or no sometimes that's like basically yes. Are you comfortable with being in your room in the dark? No lights turned on. Uh, Depends on what I'm doing. I see. You stay calm when you're under pressure. I might panic, but honestly, I don't really care. I can manage pressure. Will life be easier if you could just forget your problems? Um, yes. Why? Life is too hard under pressure. I have too many bad memories I don't want to remember. Okay. But what's the last time you left your house? I'd rather not share this. Did you stand up to for yourself in situations most people would not be able to? I don't know if I'd stand up ever for myself, but I could stand up for those who can't. Let me see that again. Okay. It's either those anyway. It's like two. Do you enjoy taking the lead in life? Do you enjoy taking the lead in life, or do you prefer having others to do the? You prefer having others do the leading? Uh, this is hard. If no one else will take the lead, I will, or I can do both. I don't really mind. These are the only choices. All right. Would you abandon the responsibility? Would you abandon the responsibility if it was making you sad and uncomfortable, or would you stay? Uh, if it's making me sad and hate it, I'm leaving. I'd rather be doing something that makes me. Well, let's take a small break. How are you doing so far? All right, I guess. I see. As part of this test, I have to ask, what do you love the most? I have to type. Uh, Understood. Let's continue to the next section. Huh? Did the power go out? Hold on. It must be the light. Let me. Hold up. If I fall, you have to catch me. Let's see. I can fix it. Time for jump scares? Let me just. Dribble nuts. Hmm. I guess that will do for now. Let's continue before the lights go on. before the lights go out again. This part of the this part of the test goes like pretty fast anyway. Would you rather live in a small house or a mansion? Uh, Small house. A small house seems easy to handle. I don't know if I'd be able to clean a mansion every day, but I can take care of a small one. In most competitions, would you rather win or have fun? Uh, I'd rather have fun. Would you rather get second place while following the rules, or get first place by breaking the rules? Okay. You take into consideration that you'd be the only one to know you cheated. Second place. Would you rather be friendly to feel safe around others? Okay. Or make others feel safe around you? This is hard. I take either anyway at this one. Feel safe around others. Imagine you are trying to convince someone you know to do something, but they are stubborn. Would you rather be firm with someone that they do what you rather be firm with someone so that they do what you tell them to do, or appeal to their emotions so that they listen to you? Okay, they still like a lot of it. I'm not sure what we'll get for another result for this one. Maybe just one, but I'll see. Maybe there's only one. Is it again? Because yeah. Why is it cut? Can I go back? Unfortunately, there's no back. Uh, with fear. You rather share your inner thoughts and creative ideas with a lot of people or very few? Uh, this is a lot of people are very a small group of people, I guess. Would you rather be a watcher that sees everything from the sidelines, or are you the player that experiences the danger? That is very hard to answer. Uh, this is a 50-50. I'll vote. A player, huh? Well, you are here. Yeah, I'm a player of the game right now. For this question, I need to describe two scenarios. In one, you fall through an endless sky, forever stuck in an eternal void that extends far beyond where the light can reach. In the second, you're inside a poorly lit room which has no doors, no windows or windows. The walls are made of concrete, and the roof is barely hitting your head. If you had to be stuck in that scenario for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Which one would you choose? Uh, Fall through the void. Would you rather be loyal to your friends or to your morals? That is a hard ass question to ask. Uh, Unfortunately, this is like 50-50 as well. It's either be loyal to my morals, I guess. I mean, I'm also loyal. And have a 50-50 on this one. Unfortunately, there's no 50-50, so I will just go for morals anyway. So, would you rather satisfy your own needs first, or satisfy the needs of everyone else? You don't own anyone. You don't owe anyone. So I take priority. Would you rather have every person in the city you live in die, or die yourself so that everyone else can live? You can't have both. This is like more like Okay, you're taking the bus at night. Would you rather be the only one on the bus or have one other person riding it? One other person also riding it. Be with a stranger on the bus, like you cannot be sure about like be alone on the bus. Would you rather be a puppet or the puppeteer of someone who decided to be a puppet? To be the puppet. Oh god. Uh, the puppeteer, I guess. Would you rather chase after someone for their friendship or wait for that person to approach you first? Uh, jeez. Okay. This is hard because I either do this anyway, but I'd befriend them. Would you rather be set on fire and survive or slowly bleed to death with no pain? So would I rather have phantom pain, basically. Uh, slow death is fucking miserable. Just fast one. Would you rather have everyone you love forget you, and you'll be the only one who remembers your time together? Oh god, it starts at time. Or forget everyone you know and let your loved ones be the ones who remember you. Oh my god, start again, probably. Just kidding. Uh, Let me be the one who forgets. I mean, during the night, you can't see anything, but you are capable of hearing. Would you rather hear the sound of your own heartbeat, or not hear anything and only have the silence of the night? Let's see. Is there any option? Uh, I think I would rather hear the silence instead. You're doing good. We're halfway there. Just a few more questions, and we'll have the answer. We have the answer to what you're afraid of. Are you ready? Yes. Let's continue. Let's continue. You enjoy drawing. Uh, I'm okay, or yes. That's all I could say. I like the draw, but I can't really say if I'm good or not. I see. On an average day, you have trouble telling what day of the week it is, or the number of the day. I always know what day it is. Let's keep going. The sky at night is usually dark for me. In your case, can you see the stars at night? Uh, this is hard because most of the time lately, anyway, has been like freaking cloudy in Philippines. So I would honestly say no. Remember when I asked you if you were comfortable in the dark? Are you in the dark right now? It's not a fully lit room, but it's not dark either. Okay. Under special circumstances, would you kill someone? Uh, it really depends on the scenario. I agree. Should you ever travel for what? Should you ever travel for what could be a whole day? Leaving your house alone. Would you make it so that it seems people are inside? Okay. You need to press immediately. Leaving the lights turn on, and the TV. Leaving the lights turned on and the TV playing music. Uh, Why worry so much? I'll just lock the door and my house will be fine. There's never a reason to lash out at someone. Do you agree with it? Do you agree with that mentality? No. Minding your business while on the street. A woman comes and asks you for the time. You don't have a watch with you, but you do have a phone. You do have your phone. What do you do? That's a strategy to steal my phone. I'll ignore her. God, this is hard. I'm just gonna go with this one. I mean, well, it's a silly one. I don't know, like, literally. Do you think you're replaceable? I, I see. Is it safe for you to walk home alone? I don't know. Hmm? What do you mean? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I see. I'm going to ask you to review some pictures. Okay, here we go. I'll show them one by one, and you tell me if they make you uncomfortable. Yes, for yes, it does make me uncomfortable, and no, for no, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. There are many, but you won't need to think about them too hard. No worries. This will be quick. I'm ready. I'm ready. Good. Let's start. Here. Uh, no, 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 uh, no, no. Oh, it's so dark. No. Ah, triple nuts. I think maybe it has something to do with the building. We're almost done, so let's just keep going, okay? You can still see me and hear me, so we should be fine. Moving on to the next question. Have you considered that living forever sounds fun? It sounds fun. It does sound fun. You get to meet so many people through the ages. That's I'm going to be honest. Like, yeah, I have the vote like 50-50. Like, oh, it's also not fun. So, like, I mean, it's either this three. I could also this if I. It does sound fun. And would you enjoy living longer than the Earth? Perhaps living long enough to see the sunrise. That would be amazing. Interesting. Do you hate it when something you saw or heard turned out to be fake? Yes, I hate it. With a bunch of those things lately in Facebook, I'm just like, yeah. Mhm. When you were younger, did you ever see something that you shouldn't have? Uh, Maybe I don't really remember. I guess I should have expected that. Are you interested in scientific fields like biology or chemistry? I'm interested in at least one field of study, but not all of them. I see. Would it be fun for you if there were ghosts roaming around the streets? Uh, Maybe fun for me, but it would probably scare everyone else, so I wouldn't want that. Yes, that does sound fun. Do you play the game Cops and Robbers when you were young? I see. Are you a fast runner? I'm not good. Understood. Do you sometimes forget the names and faces of your friends? God. Only a couple of times. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I said, well, I suppose it is natural. Do you have do you have many bad memories of your childhood? It was a pretty strict childhood, but it wasn't bad. Hmm. Having to have a Having to handle responsibilities when you're really young can be taught. Next question: in a zombie apocalypse, would you be more likely to try and save everyone, or only save your closest friends? I die before anyone else. To be honest. I die before anyone else. Is that so? All right. I'll describe a scenario for you. You're in a crowded area, and everyone is going in one direction except one man. And you know this man. If you were to talk like this, if you were to talk to this man, you'd find complete stability in life. A human golden goose. However, to get to this man, you have to go against the crowd. Doing that would bother the people around you. Would you go after him, or will you go along with the crowd and leave him be? And leave him be. Uh, I don't want to bother the man. He's probably minding his own business like everyone else. I see. Let's move on to the next question. Hmm. Here's an interesting question. Some people believe real horror is better than fiction horror because it's more genuine, and fiction can do that for them. Some don't like it because it's making a show out of real horrific events. Which do you prefer? Both. I don't know. Most of the time, fiction horror is still like better, to be honest. I mean, most of the time I've been like, enjoying just reading things, so why not? Understood. Would you rather starve to death in a prison cell, die in space, or a trip in the middle ocean, never being found? Die in space. Why? Doesn't it sound cool to die in space? A place only a very few have died in it. Died in. Imagine you're alone, walking through the woods during the night. You're on a path to the woods. It's dark and you can tell where you're going, but you keep on walking. And after a while, you hear something behind you, and you turn around and see it. While I was describing that scenario, did you see something? What was behind you? Uh, this is a hard one. Like, okay, I get it. Could be anything. This is a hard one. Could be the tree, nothing, a wild animal, or a dog. I'd rather have a dog. Why? It's common to see stray dogs everywhere. That is true. Hmm. Okay. Imagine you're attending an event about a topic you enjoy. While there, a stranger starts bothering you in a way in which it's hard to tell if they are messing with you or if they don't get that they are bothering you. But the worst part is that it seems they won't leave you alone unless you say something. What would you do? Okay. Uh, I probably would let them be. They probably aren't doing it on purpose, so I won't say anything. Understood. This next question is a riddle. It can be touched and it can be felt. It can be felt. It can be seen, heard, or smelled. Or smell, I guess. It lies behind stars and under hills. And any empty holes it fills. It comes early and falls after. Enzymes and kills after. What is it? Uh, Okay. So is this like one of the riddles that's supposed to have like, oh, uh, I guess it's silence again. If I told you there was something in the room next to yours, it could put you in danger, what would you do? Um, uh, Interesting. I'm gonna check it out. I want to learn what the danger is. I'll prepare before checking it out. If it's something dangerous, I need to be prepared first. I'm already distract myself today, so I'm gonna go with this one. Do you think it would be okay for someone to give up their mind and spirit to someone else? If it they if it meant they would be safe and sound. Uh, what if they're giving their mind and their spirit to someone they trust? Uh, so do you believe it's okay to do when trust is a factor? Maybe. Okay. Through a friend of yours, you meet a girl, a very pretty and charming girl. She's charismatic and funny, the type everyone wants to be friends with, even you. If you tried to make her like you, how would you do it? I'd be myself. That's it. I mean, I also wouldn't, to be honest. So either this two. I'd be myself. That's it. Did you catch any messages? Let's say what? Like what? Secret messages. Something's hidden. Nothing. Find it up like basically you should pay attention sometimes. I need to take the test again. Don't I? Perhaps. Right now, can you feel your own breathing? Uh, no. That's concerning. But you need to finish this test before you go see a doctor. I'll describe a scenario for you. You're waiting for the bus, and you're not the only one. There are a few other people who are waiting as well, and you waited for around 10 minutes. The moment the bus arrives, you can see it's not your bus, so you decide not to step in. Everyone else does, and as soon as everyone else is in, the bus driver looks at you. He stares as if waiting for you to step inside. You try to signal that this is not your bus, but then you notice the passengers are all staring at you. Are, are all staring at you from the windows. They're all waiting for you, and if you don't take this bus, it won't move. If you don't get in, they can't get on. They're mad at you. You will take the wrong bus. I won't. I won't. They can force me to get on that bus. I mean, either of the two. You have a strong will. Yeah, for the next scenario. For this scenario, you've been outside of town for a while, and you're just now coming back home. You're unpacking your stuff, and you go towards your bedroom, wanting to open the window, but you see something. A fly. A big fat fly on one of your curtains. Clearly waiting for its chance to escape. Since it's big, you try to open the window without bothering it. But then you see another fly. It's just as big as the previous one. And it too is waiting on your curtains. You look at it, you notice a third fly and then a fourth fly. There are too many flies on your curtains for it to be normal. You then see a small fly, as well as an ant, so it wasn't as noticeable as the bigger one. And then you see a second small fly. The disgusting parade of bugs makes you makes you take a few steps backwards. Noticing even smaller flies. The number keeps increasing the more you look up. You look up all the way, staring at your ceiling. You are witness to a swarm of flies of various sizes and moving. You thought that perhaps you left something to rot. While you were away, comes to you, and so you look for it, moving as carefully as possible. You don't see anything. And your nose doesn't seem to pick up the scent of anything rotting. What will you do next? I don't want me to stare at the room. I would be out. I would be outside the room with a flash. I'll be investigate the entire house if I need to. There must be something attracting the flies. Do the bugs that bother you? They do, but I still need to figure this out, or they won't leave. Hmm. Now for a different scenario. Imagine a friend of yours was replaced. You used to know this person, though you were close. You didn't really get along all the time, but you were friends regardless. Now they've been replaced by a stranger. They look nothing like your friend. However, no one but you seems to notice there's a stranger wearing their name and clothes. They're nice, nicer than the person they took the place of, but they're not them. The person you once knew doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. Perhaps they are no longer in this world. Would you let the fake friend take place of the person they're pretending to be? Would the Among Us. Uh, it's a hard one. Only three options seems to be like the idea for me, in my opinion. Uh, I wouldn't really care. Really. Alright. For the next scenario, you're in a cave along with a friend. Your actual friend, not take fake one. Haha. Okay. You both go deep into the tunnels, illuminating the way with your flashlights, making sure you don't get lost. Your friend, a reckless one, decides to go a bit further into the cave and suddenly trips, falling down into a dark tunnel. Kirby scream. Your friend, your friend ended up falling way deeper than you expected. But you can see they're there, thanks to the flashlight you have. But it's hard to get a good look of the part of the cave they're in. At first, you call out to them to check if they're fine, but there's no answer. Worried about their current state, you decide to go check on them, slowly making your way through as to not fall in the same way they did. As you go down, you press your hands against the walls of the cave, and you feel warmth. The more you descend, the walls keep getting warmer and warmer. Are we in a volcano or are we in a cave? The warmer they get, the more soft and moist they become. Yep, it's a meat cave. And they reek of fire. With the help of your equipment, you make it through what used to be a flesh-made tunnel. Flesh, blood, and concrete, man. And as soon as you reach the level, or maybe marble, I guess. I don't know what caves made are. You reach the level your friend is in, you freeze. Your body slowly melting, trapped by the flesh-made walls, which are trying to swallow your friend. Seeing you, they snap out of it and try to reach out their hand, which is covered in liquid and blood. You clear out to scream, but nothing comes out. What do you do? Uh, Unfortunately, this is like another one. Like I could choose anything else. I climb the flesh walls and save myself. Moving on to the next question. For this scenario, you're with your psychologist, and they tell you everything you know is a lie, and everything you believe is wrong. You're hearing things, you're seeing things, that you need help, but you just can't see it. And you believe them. Uh, I'd go to a different psychologist. I don't know. This one is always hard, to be honest. People nuts. I'm glad to hear that. It's always best to hear a second opinion. Yeah. If that's the only thing that they will be saying, unfortunately, I would go for another thing instead. For the last scenario, there is someone in your home. You don't know where they are, and you haven't seen them, but you've heard them. You heard them calling your name. You notice that when you close the door, when you go back to check on it, it's open. Someone is in your house. You just can't find them. And you have no actual proof of someone being there. What would you do? I'll pretend to leave and wait for them to show up and for them to show up to catch them. Again, seriously, I have no idea. It's if they don't show up after you try to fool them, uh, then I'll just leave and lock them inside. And then I wait there for their future attempt to leave, and that's when I'll get them again. I'll wait. They have to appear eventually. You must be very patient. Next question is: did you notice there was someone by the window a few minutes ago? Unfortunately, I'm also focusing in the test. That's the fun part. We can see later on in the recording if there is. No, not my window. Have you heard any strange sounds during the test? That's hard. Unfortunately, I have to lower the volume that much. God, I'm really sorry. Just to make sure. Uh, I haven't. Have you lied to me? I haven't. Right now, do you feel judged? Probably yes. I'm ready for it to end. And I don't mean to test. And I don't mean the test. Yes. Are you proud of yourself? Yes. Boo. Did I scare you? There's no other way to end a test like this. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the test. How are you doing? That is certainly a choice. Where is the music? Music? Triple nuts. Anyway, now let's get to what's important. The result of your test. Are you excited? I know I am. Sure, is it a jump scare? Well then, let's find out. Your biggest fear is oh, oh. You fear being flawed. No, no one would want to be around a terrible person who brings the general mood down, right? Yeah. And so you try to be perfect. That sounds me enough, to be honest. Keeping up a positive image of yourself. I'm not really like perfectionist completely, but okay. I hope you're satisfied with the results. But that's only your biggest fear. Now let's talk about everything else you're afraid of. Alright. I thought this test was meant to find out my biggest fear only. It is. But since I've also managed to find some smaller fears of yours during the test, I figured you'd be interested in hearing them. Unless you wish to end the test right now. I want to hear what my other fears are. Great! Since it's technically not part of the actual test, don't take it too seriously. Let's get to it. Your secondary fears in no particular order are your fear being sad, your fear you fear breaking the rules, you fear being locked up in the jail, completely trapped and treated like a criminal. Despite of if you actually did something bad or not. Your fear not being on time for things. And your fear being undermined. That would be it. Thank you for having taken my horror fear test. I hope I get to see you again. And do feel free to recommend the test to your friends. That'll be all. So I only have one thing left. I only have one thing left to say. Happy Halloween. Have a lovely day. Phoebe's horror fear test. Here we go again. Game by IM level. So if you know them from like I don't know the other game that I. Thank you for playing. So that's it for Phoebe's horror fear test. It's a pretty direct horror fear test, and like I guess with some really actual horror questions. Again, I never really take like online tests anyway, so I'm going to be honest on that. Rarely and really rarely. It's not like basically, it's like take test, but I so that's it for that. We are not done. Since like there's something else. I mean I said before like to them that oh hey, I might check the other endings as well of like at least like the other RNG endings of like I am like no the villain's made. I'm mixing up. I'm mixing up the Dempsey with the game. Sorry. So be right back and let me remove the props. So yeah. Catch you later. A bit. Oh not yet. Actually let me do this instead. Sorry. Here we go. So leave it up to the trio. Let's see what we get. I fell down to my knees. Jarvis, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I froze. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People nuts. People nuts. Master service, I leave it up to them. People nuts. Each we can decide who shall take care of them. So I already see like what's it? Exclamation point. Then yeah. Padra. I will draw them later by the way. Rock, paper, scissors. Ooh. It's only fair. Miss Berta is too smart, and Rumpus is too strong. This way it's fair. Well, at least you managed to flatter me. Okay, let's do it. Whatever. Rock, paper, scissors. So on. Ha! I win. So we get the Vesperta ending. Vesperta battling. Scissors always win. Hmm. It's been a while since I was the one to deal with the intruders. Oh, but first, Vesperta leaned down to talk to talk face to face with me. Katarina, will you let me? But I will kill them, Not yet. But since you know them, it feels right to ask if you're okay with it first. Would you let me keep them for my own personal use? Triple nuts. It was at that moment that I fell into temptation. The idea of letting someone else take care of my problems. Will you let me? Triple nuts. I nodded. Yay, well then. Guards, have them arrested. Station point. The adventurers were suddenly attacked by all the undead guards. They tried to defend themselves using their bows and swords, swinging at the ghosts that surrounded them. Yet their attacks were in vain. Their enemies were already dead. Maiwa Moshinderu. Each man was taken by a guard and unable to move. Good, very good. Now, take them to my lab. Take them to the cells I have prepared in the next room. Next to my closet. Ah, there that. Would you like me to help you out? But, huh? I'll need assistance with my job. And now, since now you're our mate, you'll do wonders. Particularly, like right now they're like neighbors right now. Is it again? Okay. I can help you learn the basics of my job, and I'll teach you how to properly clean my lab without messing with my work. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Come, Adelida. Let's enjoy your first night here together. Well, let's. Yes, my lady. Hi. Okay, service. I'll give her to you in a few. Let's. Vesperta took me to her lab. I saw my own father die in front of me to her hands. Oh my, quite the fine man. It's been a while since I got to work on something outside of our own minions. This one has lovely eyes. I'll keep them for myself. Margarita, fetch me a jar that's clean. I had never seen my father's insides before. I could only stand there and watch. Despite everything, I couldn't handle seeing my father perish. I broke. So same thing as this one. Get this skip. Sending bad making. Alright, time for another ending. Andrea. So let's see who we'll get. Alright. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. We got Rhombus. This time, Rhombus. I won. I should have done paper. But at least I get to see Ro in action. This is going to get. Golly. People nuts. Wait. Hugh. He was talking to me. People nuts. People nuts. You didn't take part in the choosing. So, if you want, we can kill them together. People nuts. But if you don't want to, I can take care of them. I can take care of them myself. Up to you. It was at that moment that I fell into temptation. See? The idea of letting someone else take care of my problems. Thank you for asking me, but I don't think I can join you. You must take care of it alone. People nuts. People nuts. Boss. Take her away. She shouldn't see this. People nuts. Adorinda, follow me. I couldn't stay. Despite everything, I couldn't handle seeing my father perish again. Just skip again. And that's it for the villain's Maid, I guess. So that's it for everything I have to cover as well for all of their games at least. Overall, again, like the BB Sphere test, I enjoyed it so much. So far, they're pretty good at doing games at least. At least in more of like perspective of like they just really enjoy what they're doing. I enjoyed it as well, so yeah. Also, the music now is different, unlike last time, but so that's it for two games, at least not really two games, only one game anyway. I just only showcase at least this as a bonus because I failed last time to check anyways. I think it's like not like the same unit. I think it's the same mistake. Okay, never mind. Alright. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in another game, I guess. So bye bye. And may stars guide you.